This story is currently unfolding, so we have to be very careful about what we can say is true and what is not true. And the surface of this story is that appearing on 4chan, individuals have claimed they cracked Hunter Biden's password to his iPhone backup, additionally granting them access to his iCloud account with nearly 500 gigabytes of data. Videos and photos have started to emerge, which seems to corroborate the claim that they did gain access to these accounts. Let me put it simply. We know Hunter Biden's laptop is real. The emails on it were verified by the New York Times, even the New York Post, and I believe the Daily Mail. Now, you may not trust any of those outlets. Fine. We have 3 outlets all saying they have independently verified these emails. We then start to get undeniable images of Hunter Biden. These are coming from the laptop. Now, on 4chan, individuals saying they cracked his password now have access to his iCloud backup. I saw a video that appears to show Hunter Biden start filming, but the video starts with the front-facing camera on him and then flips to his feet and a desk, where he is using a small scale to weigh crack cocaine. Now, appears to be, allegedly and appears to be. I'll tell you why. It's one thing that we wait for confirmation on the laptop emails. Fine. I think the videos and photos are strong evidence it's legit, because where else would they be coming from? With these hacks so far, there are text messages. We are seeing what he calls his dad. Now we got to get verification on this. Some random people on 4chan claiming a thing is true does not make it true. I will stress, while there may be photos and videos already in circulation because the laptop leak, we need more hard proof that the text messages, the emails, and other information from the iCloud, we need more confirmation and independent verification on this. So I will start with this because the story is so massive. We may start to see things that will shock you. Videos that are already coming out. We need to verify this stuff because people could easily edit fake news, fake information, fake video, and you don't want to fall victim to that. So I can't confirm this stuff right now. The story is just breaking over the past few days. Now, how do you verify the emails? How do you verify the iCloud backup? The first thing that's going to be very difficult is, one, the mainstream media's lies and unwillingness to cover or carry this at all. If they do, it will be snippets. It will be a single text message. It won't be the contents of the entire account and the more nefarious things. They may cover it, but it won't dominate the news cycle. The second thing is, many people may be unwilling to actually do the work because it is widely believed that Hunter Biden has a penchant for, let's just say, on the younger side. And it's likely that he has content in those drives, in that phone, which would put him in prison, if you know what I mean. And that means individuals who are trafficking in that data, who are trying to break into that data, they'll probably come after you, right? So will journalists be willing to actually do any of that work? Will hackers? We'll see. Certainly partisans and foreign actors definitely will. More importantly, the nature of truth itself. How do you know it's true? Just because the New York Times said so? No. The Hunter Biden emails were confirmed, were corroborated by family and friends. Now, they tried claiming, well, some of them could be fake. And then we got 3 different sources. We got a left-wing source in the United States, a left-leaning source, the New York Times, a right-leaning source, the New York Post, and then a foreign source, the Daily Mail. That's good enough for me. What else do you do? So the challenge here is, how do we know this is true or not? I don't know if we ever really will, but we'll choose to trust those who say they verified it. For many of you now, you probably already believe it. I mean, you've seen the photos or videos, but keep in mind, someone could take a photo or video from the laptop, something you've not seen, claim it's from a new account, then throw in a whole bunch of fake emails in an attempt to discredit reporting on this. That's why it's so important we get this right. From MEAWW, 4chan erupts with Hunter Biden leaks as social media rushes to shut down accounts. Oh, it's already getting spicy. So right now on Twitter, you've got Biden crime family, Hunter Biden leaks, and iCloud are all trending. Here's the story. Within hours, the administrators of 4chan took action to remove the screenshots. But it's not clear if those leaks were from Hunter's infamous laptop. So again, look, you might argue there's no reason to believe any journalist, any news organization. And what's the difference between the New York Times and 4chan? I got to be honest. There's a difference, but not really strong. I mean, 4chan has done the decentralized nature that is 4chan. They've uncovered some real crazy stuff. They've also posted nonsense. And the joke is, not to believe, it's a work of fiction, not to believe anything you see posted there. So what do? Twitter users are unable to keep calm after it was revealed that 4chan's users reportedly hacked Hunter Biden's iCloud account. As per reports, after hacking President Joe Biden's son's account, the users of anonymous English language image board also posted a few screenshots, apparently from Hunter's computer and phone, on its main political forum late Saturday night, July 9th. However, within hours, the administrators of 4chan took action to remove the screenshots. It's not clear yet if those leaks were from Hunter's laptop, which became public during the 2020 election. The Washington Examiner had confirmed the laptop as well as its contents were genuine and it indeed belonged to the 52-year-old. Konstantinos Gus Dimitrilos, an ex-Secret Service agent who analyzed the copy of the hard drive, said, "My analysis revealed there is a 100% certainty that Robert Hunter Biden was the only person responsible for the activity on the hard drive and all of its stored data. Hunter Biden's MacBook Pro was not hacked, and the data contained on the hard drive is authentic. Based on the data I examined, there was no manipulation of any photographs, emails, documents, and other user activities." Now, this is one guy, right? As for the iCloud stuff, let me give you a small taste. In the alleged leak, which I have not confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt, Hunter Biden is apparently calling his father a pedo. That's what he's apparently calling him. There are searches, apparently, for children, if you know what I mean. There are conversations requesting ladies of the night. Racist messages, mind you. Well, maybe not necessarily messages, but showing a preference not for certain racial backgrounds. I want to be very careful there. I don't know this is true. Someone could easily go in and make fake screenshots and then start dropping these. Here's what you got to be careful of. Let's say this really was a hack of Hunter Biden's iCloud. I mean, I'm leaning towards it probably is, but we don't know yet. What is more disconcerting to me is going to be, let me see if I can pull up some of these stories. Here we go. New York Post. Hunter Biden's laptop had contacts for Google executives, U.S. officials for China policy. Here's what I think is important. In the iCloud backup, you are going to get conversations about illicit business dealings we know the Bidens are involved in. When you get a message that shows, that corroborates stories already in existence, and you get someone like Tony Bobulinski, a former family confidant of the Bidens, who comes out and says, that is real. Boom. Now you've got some dark, dark truth. But hold on there a minute. The stuff that's coming out shows like Hunter Biden naked and like smoking crack or, weighing on a scale. You could easily take a video of Hunter Biden filming himself and then quickly edit in a video you made weighing drugs on a scale. How do you know it's real? And the question that I have is, the more salacious stuff is going to resonate with regular people. So there's two strategies here. The people who are putting this out may want to maximize the amount of eyeballs on it, whether it's real or fake. And thus, they will go for the more salacious. Hunter Biden's search history, what he calls his dad, smoking crack, that kind of thing. If they put out an email where Hunter Biden is talking to, say, Sinopec, an oil company, energy company in China, saying things like, I would like to have an ownership through my private equity firm, and my father will extract from the strategic petroleum reserves to sell to Sinopec and other companies in other countries. Yeah, that would be really damning, but no one would get it. So it would not get that much play. This is what I'm concerned about. If someone was trying to taint real, factual, criminal evidence, they do it by putting out the more salacious stuff. So look, I'm not here to cast a doubt Or I should say, no, I am here to cast it out. I'm not here to say we know for a fact definitively one way or another. And in fact, I am telling you, be careful with this one. The Hunter Biden laptop stuff is damning already. It's confirmed already. New information could come out. They will then be like, nope, aha, this was fake news, confirmed it was fake news, you fell for it, all of the hacks are bad. This could be an attempt to taint the laptop information itself. The images could be an attempt to taint real emails. We don't know. That's why you got to be careful. I want to show you, let's read a little bit more from MEAWW before we carry on. Quote, it's impressive how 4chan can 1 minute be talking about Vaporeon in the most compatible Pokemon to, copulate with. And the next minute, they're hacking the president's son's iCloud and exposing horrific videos. Don't ever stop being you, 4chan. Well, that's because 4chan is a decentralized network of individuals of varying interests. Bring back Tony Bobulinski, run his interview with Tucker again. I think for the most part, this is what we have right now. If you look for, I don't look, it's trending on Twitter. I don't even know if I can pull that stuff up because some of that stuff might be really bad. So, yeah, might be not so good to show on YouTube. Take a look for yourself if you're interested. But again, I say take it with a grain of salt. It says the Post Millennial also reported on this Hunter Biden's iPhone backup data. And they reported this yesterday. Members of the 4chan online community have allegedly hacked his iCloud, getting his password. And I'm not going to say his password, but apparently we know it. Now, my question is, it is currently the 11th. Information about this came out on a Friday. Why on a Friday? Of all days, honestly, I don't know for sure. But some of the information we're starting to see coming out from the private information on his laptop is interesting. This one from the New York Post. Hunter Biden reportedly called Jill an entitled C-word in texts. Here's the thing. Tony Bobulinski, family confidant. Information about Biden's dealing with China, Sinopec, all of that stuff. You've got to balance the salacious with the informative. So here's what I would say. I am not interested in looking at videos of Hunter Biden filming himself in the buff. I am not interested in his conversations where he's trying to pay for some ladies of the night. I'm interested in emails where Hunter Biden is talking about subverting the U.S. government. I'm interested in emails where he's discussing business dealings with his dad. Now, here's where it gets interesting. One of the alleged messages that comes out is an image Hunter Biden sent to his father of him engaging in adult activities, hardcore adult activities. That's about it. Why would he send that to his dad? Unless Hunter Biden is doing business as his dad. There was a report that Hunter and Joe shared bank accounts and shared emails and shared phone numbers. Could it be that Joe told Hunter, use my name, make money? Could it be that Hunter is illegally saying he's his dad? Could it be that Joe Biden is so mentally unwell, he's being taken advantage of by his son? There's a lot of questions to be asked when we see that they're sharing these accounts. Now, as for this one where he apparently sent an image, we don't know if it's true. It will be so easy to manipulate and to fake everything that's going on. I want to jump to another story that involves me. This one's fascinating. To show you how the game is played. I would love to do a deeper dive on all of the iCloud stuff from Hunter Biden, but we need journalists to start digging through and fact-checking. Now, timcast.com has some journalists, but there is the challenge of legal capabilities. I'm going to be straight with all of you. I mean, I mentioned private planes last week, and I had a bunch of leftist people like mocking the idea, like, oh, look at this, because they don't get it. They really, really don't. What I said was, in order to do the event that we did in New York, we had no choice but to do a private plane. And then people make it seem like, oh, look at that. These things exist for a reason. Businesses use them, and it's not this thing where it's like, I want to fly in luxury. But I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to pretend that's not the case. But of course, people take it the wrong way on purpose to try and smear and manipulate. I'll be straight with you here. I can't do a deep dive into the Hunter Biden stuff because we as a company have a lot of exposure. Timcast is not that big. we're big enough. So we have targets on our back. We don't have the legal capabilities to deep dive into any of that information. Other outlets will have to do it. We will do what we can in verifying what is already being put out on the internet, but to take the drives itself and to do all that stuff, we don't have the legal capabilities for that. Look, that's the reality of it. Other people have a lot more money than we do. Let's just put it simply. We're not backed by big investors. We're not backed by billionaires. You can look at many of these other right-wing channels that are digging into this stuff, into the emails, into the 4chan stuff. They've got more resources. We'll do what we can and how we can. But for the time being, we're going to need more confirmation on this stuff from people we trust, not just who the mainstream media trusts. But I'll be real. I'll say it all. I won't hide those facts. I want to show you this because this is what you could expect. The AFP fact check claims that U.S. oil reserve exports harm consumers are misleading. Really? Hey, look at this. It's an opinion of mine. The AFP fact checked an opinion of mine. They say Biden admin exposed exporting U.S. strategic oil, an insane move as gas prices remain at record highs. Says the caption of a July 6, 2022 Facebook video from Tim Pool, a YouTuber and political commentator. The clip accumulated more than 20,000 views. More than 20,000 on YouTube, on Facebook, but several 100,000 on YouTube, mind you, plus the circulation on other platforms. They say the narrative is wrong. And then they got one guy to give his opinion. This is how they played the game. What is being released is sour crude, which has more sulfur than other types. And this is more conducive to replacing the Russian barrels in Europe, said Matt Smith. The oil consultancy analyzed the destination of 30 million barrels, found 5.35 were exported. It doesn't matter whether those barrels are consumed domestically or exported. The key goal is keeping prices lower or to keep them rising. So from that perspective, it doesn't matter. Interesting. What did I say in my video? I said the argument from the establishment is that exporting crude could shock the system and keep prices low. I still think it's a bad argument. The U.S. should have the capability to refine its own oil and not be participating in this global market where it's like, we got to replace the Russian crude. This is the game they play. My opinion may be a bad one. That I'll accept. But is this a fact check? No, because I didn't say this wasn't the case. What I said was it's an insane move that the Biden administration was allowing this to be exported. The strategic oil reserve, Biden has to release it. Companies then export it. On Timcast IRL, we expanded upon the narrative on multiple episodes over the next several days, where one of our guests outright said, well, this is sour crude. We have less of the ability to refine this. Well, hold on there a minute. Sour crude is being sent. It's more conducive to replacing the Russian barrels. Why are we putting that in our strategic reserve if we can't use it? No, the reality is we can use it. And my opinion is we should use it. Their argument is it's better for the global marketplace. That's literally my point. You see how they play this game? Fact check, false narrative. No, a difference of opinion on how things should run. It's fascinating. If I said we should not have troops in the Middle East and the president should not be blowing up kids. Fact check, false. The president is doing what is best for this country. Well, that's just my opinion, dude. This is the game they play. When Joe Biden gets called out for extracting, let me tell you something. Look at this big X they put on. Nothing here is wrong. Nothing here is wrong. It's just an opinion they don't like. That's the fascinating thing. Joe Biden takes our strategic petroleum reserve, which is not to be used for lowering gas prices, and then 5.35 million barrels are exported. Fascinating how they lie, cheat, and steal. This is what you got to pay attention for with the Hunter Biden stuff, with the Joe Biden corrupt family stuff. This is the game they will play. Now, I'm surprised they didn't put this flag on my video itself to say, Tim Pool's posting fake news. Then I have to fight it. It's an opinion piece. Literally my opinion on what's happening. My opinion is not wrong. Did Joe Biden do this? Yes, he did. They say it was limiting the effect on the global supply crunch. Is that the purpose of the SPR? No. The SPR exists so that when there's a supply chain disaster, collapse, or a lack of oil, the United States, the American people can keep moving. Imagine this. There's an economic crunch. And so your significant other says, I am going to be taking out $5,000 from our $50,000 emergency reserve to make sure that this country or that our house can keep functioning during this depression. Or they say they're going to take out, let's say, $500 from their $15,000 reserve. And then you find out they gave $100 to your neighbor. And you're like, why did you give $100 to our neighbor? And say, well, look, if our neighbor's not buying food, I mean, then their house is going to fall in disrepair and they're going to go nuts. So I figured we'll help them out. And you're like, dude, I get it. You want to offset that. You think it'll benefit us. But shouldn't we keep our money for us when we're in need? Now, I never said that this was keeping prices high. I didn't say that. I said it was insane to give away our oil when we need it in a supply chain crunch. I'm talking about diesel shortages. In fact, I said their argument is exporting it keeps prices down. Dirty, dirty games and dirty tricks. AFP, you are fake news. You are fake news. So I said to the Timcast crew, hey, should we fact check the fact check? I'm very careful when I produce content. Everything I said about Hunter Biden when I was like, guys, we got to be careful on this. We don't know for sure, et cetera, et cetera. You get the point. I'm outright being like, we don't know for sure. When I do these videos, I am very careful that my opinions are to the best of my ability based on facts. The fact is 9 in 10 Americans say the country is on the wrong track. That's correct. That's from a poll. You can say the poll's wrong. Fine. We're reporting on it. My opinion on what Joe Biden did is my opinion, but what Joe Biden did is correct. Fascinating how they're saying fact check false. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 1 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all then.